Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you, and it is Tuesday, June the 27th, and this is the summary report for day number 40, where I basically I review my trades of the day, usually kind of a summary of how my day went. I usually try to pick a trade where I learned the most from, which is usually one of the trades that my bad trades, and I kind of review that bad trade and what I should have done, what I could have done better. I always try to focus on my bad trades and where I can improve and where I can be better instead of just looking at my good trades. So we'll do that, but yeah, we'll review my profit and loss. If you're new here, basically, it's very important to me that I'm fully transparent, and that includes live trading every day. You'll see everything. You'll see my entries, exits, my profit and loss, my balances at the end of every day. And then this summary report, we basically just review, and I try to keep it brief. Under 10 minutes is my goal, and just kind of how the day went and my thought process and my mental state, and etc. So, as you can see above me, my profit and loss and my balance, this is linked to my Rhythmic account, just directly to my Rhythmic account. That way everything is accurate and no, again, full transparency. And as you can see, I am trading, currently we're trading 14 accounts that are funded, and we have these three accounts. We already passed the evaluation accounts. Just need to trade a couple more days on those, and then those will be funded. And then these three accounts are also evaluation accounts. And you can see I actually traded these accounts a little bit off stream after the stream ended and got a nice runner going. So these three evaluation accounts were basically halfway there, $1,500 in profit on these three evaluation accounts. And then these are all my funded accounts from here down. And you can see had about a $70 loss per account today. Yeah, it wasn't a great day. It could have been worse, I feel like. Well, I know it could have been worse. But I made some bad trades. I made some questionable decisions on when to enter. Obviously, hindsight is 2020, but objectively looking at it, I should have been a little bit more patient, and I feel like if I would have just been more patient and waited for a good trading setup, I would have been able to get in on this nice rally up to the upside. But yeah, let's just review it real quick. I'll use TradeZella to basically look at all of my trades since doing these funded accounts. We'll do that in the end, but I think it's actually easier if I review my trades on Ninja Trader. I think it's just easier. But basically, right here, this morning, basically we opened, we kind of made a rally up, we pulled back down, and we were kind of just chopping around right here at the VWAP. And right here, we broke above VWAP, and I was a little bit impatient. Again, I feel like here I was bullish and I was kind of afraid of missing a move. And it caused me to probably, get in a little bit early. And I got in after it broke above this VWAP. And yeah, as soon as I got in, it ripped against me and stopped me out. I'm okay with this stop. Again, you could make the argument that my stop, could have been down here, but I'm not willing to go through that much drawdown. I would rather get stopped out, look for another entry. And that's basically what happened. Again, we rallied up and we were pushed above VWAP, and this time we held above VWAP. So again, I'm like, okay, I was still bullish. I entered again here. And we were actually in profit like 20 ticks. And boom, it rips against me. Now this one here, obviously, again, I hate doing this because hindsight is always 2020. But right here, we get stopped out by one tick, literally one tick, and then it goes and would have hit both my profit targets. So then I was a little frustrated. I was a little bit frustrated with that. And one thing I definitely need to do better at is when that happens, that is kind of a trigger for me of just FOMO and get revenge trading a little bit. So when that happens, I should just walk away, just take a breather. But we did. Would have hit my profit target, but then we sell right back down below VWAP. And at that point, when we do that, I should have just known, like, we're chopping around VWAP. There wasn't really any need to continue to look for entries here, but I did. Here I entered again. It did hit my first profit target, and then my runner was moved to break even, and I was stopped out on my runner. So kind of a win there. But then again, we were we're holding kind of above VWAP. And again, I was looking to go long. And as soon as I went long, we were actually one tick away from my first profit target of 30 ticks. And we were a couple times where we're hovering right in that 28, 29 ticks profit. And I didn't take my profit. Obviously, again, this is hindsight. Should have just taken my profit. But yeah, it then ripped against me, stopped me out. At that point, we had tried multiple times to make new highs. And I would kind of felt, especially on this move up, was a really nice push up. But again, we failed. And then this move up, we again failed to make new highs. When we failed to make new highs here, I kind of switched my bias. And I was looking for short entries at that point. And when we broke below this, I was looking for a pullback to enter on. I did enter right here on a short, and it went against me for a little bit. We were like, my stop was right here, so we were getting close to hitting my stop. But then it did reverse and hit my first and my second profit target. We actually got out right at the bottom. And, obviously, again, this is hindsight. It's so easy to speculate when in hindsight, but at this point, I was very biased to the downside. I was very biased to the short side. And it is always dangerous for me when I'm really biased because it feels like I don't see the market clearly. And it feels like I only am looking for certain entries. And even though it's obvious, I will ignore. It seems like I'll only be seeing the short entries. And that's dangerous. And that's what happened here. I was sure we're going to go lower. I thought there was a lot of liquidity sitting at 14,850. And I felt confident that we're going to go test that 14,850. And when we, had made it kind of a move up, and then we sold back down. And on this candle, when we were selling off, it looked like we're going to go test and make new lows. And I was afraid of missing out. Didn't really have a good entry here. There was really I had no business shorting at that point. But I did. I shorted there. And I mean, it immediately ripped against me and stopped me out right here. And then even there, like if I get stopped out here, like this move, it should have been a long entry. But because I just got stopped out and because I was still biased to the downside, I didn't even look at entering on that nice move up where we finally did break out. And the rest of the story, we basically made new highs. Now we waited on a pullback, did get an entry here on a pullback, and we did lock in some profit. Got my first profit target and my second profit target, which was great. I was happy that I switched my bias. That is good. I switched my bias and we were looking for longs again. but we definitely down here just trading in this excuse me, choppy range. I like to stay out of those trades. And then I guess my point is, if I'm just patient here through this chop fest, I would probably have a different outlook and a different bias, and I would be more likely to clearly see the direction on this move up, is kind of my takeaway. But anyway, that's just kind of my summary for the day. So again, we had kind of some good and bad, but if definitely this morning in this range, over traded a little bit. Revenge traded maybe just a little bit as well. And then had this just bad entry, just a bad trade. So anyway, like I say, I'm here to learn. I'm not a polished, finished trader. And I always want to look at what I can do better at the end of the day and try and focus on that and try and learn so I don't make the same mistakes again. All right, let's look at TradeZella. Not a whole lot to review here. Obviously, we are not where we want to be. We have yesterday, basically today was kind of wiped out our gains from yesterday. We have a little bit more gains yesterday than today, but again, could have been a lot worse, could have been a lot better. Kind of a so-so day, I feel like. But definitely a lot of things that I can improve on. So we'll continue to focus on improving and learning, and we'll continue on our merry way. But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate everyone's support. Also, just to mention again, 90% discount on Apex. You won't find a better discount than that. I am almost certain of it. So if you have been thinking about getting evaluation accounts, you want to get them at a 90% discount, now's the time to do it. If you want to use my code, go ahead. That'd be great. I do appreciate it. But if not, make sure you use someone's code. Pick your favorite streamer and use their code. There's a lot of streamers that you can support that way. So awesome. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. We're at 12 minutes, and we're gonna end this video now. And again, hopefully see you tomorrow's live stream. Everyone have a great rest of your day, great evening. God bless, and we'll see you in the morning.